Howdy doody everybody, my name is KevGuuey and welcome back to Distant Memorajo.
優しく訳すなら、ここは神様たちの監視が外れた場所になるかしら。モグラぐらいしか覗かない果ての果ての偏僻な図書館ですから。
Most? I wasn't sure what Miss Ray was trying to say with such a big grin on her face, but if I had to guess, it's fine since it isn't bothering anyone right now. Huh.
元気なのは悪くないと思うけれど。フリーダムだな、ルカは。
It wasn't like Miss Ray was actually mad at her. I didn't think Ruka would act like that if there were other patrons here. Was this amount of leeway some kind of unspoken agreement between them? No, Miss Ray had just gone on to her a minute ago, so that probably wasn't quite right. Either way, she seemed pretty lenient in general, so it was probably fine. As long as we didn't disturb anyone, they'd have no reason to complain.
でも、本当にそうなのかな?
I had been known on occasion to annoy people without even realizing I was doing it. For example, what happened earlier in the shopping district. When you can't express yourself, communicating your intent becomes harder, which makes misunderstandings easier. In order to overcome the language barrier, it was necessary for one party to concede something to the other. And that would lead to going along with the majority's side.
いやいや、場合によっては例外もあるのか。
Looking at the whole picture, this language that had been created for a minority group of visitors had taken hold in this special district and become the norm. I didn't really know much about how things got to this point, but even a newcomer like me could imagine the kinds of problems that went along with the establishment of this special district.
どうしたの？だいぶ考え込んでいるみたいね。いや、なんていうか、レイさんから聞かされた通り、この地域ではユリアーモばっかりなのは実感してて、そういうものなんだとも思ってましたけど。ユリアーモって成り立ちが訪問者のための言語でしたよね。それがこの特区に住んでいた人たちの言語を塗り替えちゃっても当然の状況ってどんな風に思われているんだろうって。
Wait, what? Okay, so Juliamo is a language created for visitors, but then it eventually was a way to talk with the visitors in Juliamo. So it wrote their primary language and thus became Juliamo. So it's kind of like English, right? Where apparently it seems, that everyone needs to know English because that's pretty much how, different countries communicate is literally through English, is what I'm assuming. I don't know if that's, true or not, but to me that's what I see and think, So I think that's what's happened here, is that Juliamo started to become, spoken more and more because of the visitors, and thus it kind of became the primary language, over a, period of time.
それは先住民の感想？それとも訪問者側のお話？元からいた人たちの気持ちです。あなたの予想では？良くない表現かもしれませんけど、 訪問者の侵略っぽい感じでモヤモヤするものがあるんじゃないかなと。
そうね。そのあたりも含めて訪問者を嫌う人たちもいるわよ。
Ah, so same in the, the other world.
ああ、やっぱり。
あなたたちが出会った女性はどうだったの？二人に対して冷たい態度で接してきた？嫌味を言われた？
私が見た限りでは特にそういう素振りはなかったと思います。でも言葉が理解できなかったからどうなんだろ
う。ルカはあなたのために訳してはくれなかった？
ええ、おばあさんユリアーモでも話していたから特に訳す必要もないと思ったんじゃ。
Huh? Wait a second. The old woman spoke Juliamo too. Why is that yellow? She also spoke a form of Japanese I wasn't familiar with. It sounded like she might have been speaking a mix. So that meant Ruka could speak it too? The second part of that one sentence wasn't Juliamo.
ルカってこの世界の日本語も喋れたりするんですか
Yes? No?
リン、怒ってる？
Huh? Why would she be mad?
怒ってないよ。すねてますか？
And to have it pointed out by someone younger. Why did it send shivers up my spine? Her response was so blunt, I struggled to find the words to reply. Didn't really feel like I should ignore her either, though.
ちょっとだけ。ちょっとだけ。ね。ルカが悪いってことは1ミリもないの。単純に私が嫉妬している。それだけの話だから。嫉妬？嫉妬の意味わからないです。
Huh, is there no word for jealous?
この場合の嫉妬はトレボーネが行き過ぎて羨ましいとか妬ましいって感じでってわかる？難しい。そうだね。簡単に言うならルカすごい私ダメって。私すごくないです。リンはすごい。
Hey, why was she standing on her tiptoes?
いい子、いい子。ルカさん、
It made me really happy, but at the same time, I was embarrassed to have her stroking my head in public. Besides, shouldn't I have been the one, from an age perspective, to be comforting Ruka?
よーし、よしよし。ういやつ、ういやつめ。リン、私、恥ずかしい。
Aww. Ah, the way she acted so shy. I could barely stand it.
最色剣ビリ。
How did someone like her get to be so smart and cute?
もしや、レイさんの教育の賜物とか。
Wait, Miss Ray... Wait, Miss Ray... Huh. Took her in? It was possible Ruka's natural charm had been polished until it was at 120%. Even 200% seemed possible. If that were the case, it meant someone fundamentally wretched like me was hopeless. These things probably just came down to having good genes. For me, all the effort in the world could still be in vain. I felt a cold wind rip through my soul the moment I thought that.
私ってここにいていいの？
I didn't want to leave Ruka, It was that feeling that drove me to stay in the apartment rather than seek out the gate. But was that really the right choice?
考えちゃダメだ。
I knew it would only lead me down a dark path. Just don't think about it. But the more I thought about it, the more my legs became unsteady. What should have been a fun day was slowly starting to turn sour. I couldn't help but notice. It was possible my decision to stay had only been in my own self-interest. Maybe. I don't know. I don't know the situation. It wasn't necessarily true that staying behind was best for Ruka.
そんなことないよね。
If I had gone back to my world, it definitely would have made Ruka sad. But that would have only been temporary. After about a month or so, her memories of me would start to fade, and she would move on with her life a lot more easily than I probably would have. You don't know that. Don't assume. And then, what if another visitor appeared before her?
きっと私の時と同じで。
Ruka had extended me a lifeline.
リン
Her smiling face, brilliant like an angel's, didn't discriminate in its kindness. And just what kind of face was I making in front of this girl right now? I could tell without even looking in a mirror.
どうかした？なんでもないよ。嘘です。
I wish she wouldn't drone to me with her eyes like that.
リンは何か隠し事してますか？
Her direct question left me at a loss for words.
私に教えられないことありますか？それは。
That day, when the gate seemed to open, floated to the surface of my mind. Oh, I get to choose? Oh. Oh. I think I'm gonna go with there is something. I don't know if I think being truthful is gonna be good. No. And lying probably is not gonna give me any points at all. There is something.
あるといえばあるよ。
I said what I was really feeling as I looked up at the sky. I might have been able to return to my old world. To me, the only thing worse than potentially blowing that chance was...
ルカには言えない。
Things were so hard like this.
Vinevora stiri almi. Chuyes?
I was struggling to answer her question, and so with dishonest intentions, I gave her an apology filled with ambiguity.
Perdono.
Ruka nodding at my response with a look on her face that I couldn't quite pin down, glanced across the street toward the shopping district. See someone she recognized? I wondered before following her gaze. Wait, did that even matter? Because it didn't even go anywhere.
Ne, pardon petu. Ankau mi havas ion. Kion mi ne volas diri.
Ruka suddenly said.
Ankau mi. Watashi mo?
Of course, Ruka must have had one or two secrets of her own she didn't want to share. But this time at least, we were in the same boat.
気になるぞ。
I wanted to ask, but knew I couldn't. I definitely didn't want to be the kind of person who would gladly listen to her secret while still guarding my own. But that's when that's when you share your secret too. You don't just, unless it's the really horrible secret, then that's pretty sure that's a whole different story. Besides, there was the possibility that it was the sort of thing she didn't want to reveal to anyone. No, from what I can tell, I'm pretty sure it's something that she does. She doesn't know if I think it has something to do with Rin, I'm pretty sure.
聞きたいですか？いや、そんないいって。
Even if it was something she felt comfortable sharing, hearing her secret meant I would be forced to share mine too. Not necessarily.
無理無理無理。少なくとも今はダメ。Yes.
Ruka blinked her eyes with a slightly troubled expression on her face, but she nodded in agreement, which meant I was safe for now.
さあ、お腹も減ってきたことだし、帰りますか。
Honestly, I was terrible at using my brain. That's why I preferred to stop thinking so hard and start living by my intuition. That's you can't just stop thinking and it's I wonder if the clock thing actually does turn at the, like, if it's daytime or nighttime or anything like that. I know I'd promised myself yesterday to stop thinking so hard, but first thing the next morning, my mind was already racing. There were some things I couldn't share with Ruka. There were also some things Ruka couldn't share with me. If these were just your typical secrets, then I figured it was no big deal. If they fell into the category of things I want to tell her but I'm afraid she won't understand, then we had a problem. Ruka was such a perfect danger that no matter how hard I tried to keep up, it didn't seem like I could ever reach her level. Although, I wasn't sure I even deserved to stand in her presence if I didn't try at all.
外見に関してはすっぱり諦める。そして
Okay, so is this apartment her own apartment or does she share with Ruka or something? At least I still had hope of improving my inner self.
私みたいなタイプは高すぎる目標ってダメなんだよね。
It's what? I mean, don't keep putting yourself down. One thing I learned in my 17 years was how to use every trick at my disposal to gradually overcome a hurdle. Like in ninja training where you start by stepping from one sapling to the next, then before you know it, you're leaping from full-grown trees to full-grown tree. That's the technique I'd use.
ねえルカ、レイさんってユリアーモやこの世界の日本語をすぐに覚えてペラペラって喋れるようになったりしたのかな。レイはとても苦労したいてました。レイさんが？冗談でしょ？本当です。この世界の日本語は今でも苦手。レイさんが苦労した。レイさんが苦労した。レイさんが苦労した。あのレイさんでも苦労して今でも苦手なものがある。
The information Ruka shared with me was slowly but surely starting to change my outlook.
できるぞ。できる。私にもできる。できるに違いない。
It was important to stay motivated. The journey of 1,000 miles begins with a single step, after all. That is true. That is a quote from... I forgot. Confucius? Was it Confucius? I wasn't looking to become a multilingual master like the two of them right from the start. First and most important thing was to learn Juliamo. And I'm going to end the episode here for Distant Memorajo. If you guys enjoyed this episode, then please smash that like button, subscribe down below for more awesome videos, don't forget to ring that little bell to get notifications of my uploads. Thank you everybody for watching this episode, and you guys will hear me in the next video. Goodbye!